Ladies and gentlemen, you may take your breakfast at our banquet room if you don't take your breakfast yet. We will start a little bit late due to unforeseen circumstances. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will start our session shortly. You may take your seat, and I appreciate if you can put your phone or any sound emitting devices into silent mode. Thank you. Assalamualaikum and good morning. Cik Muhammad Zulkifli Ismail, Executive Director, Pulse Invest MIDA. Puan Sabiha Ahmad, Head of Operation My Aspect Talent Corp. My Aspect teams, representative from Immigration Department Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to sharing session on ESD online system. To begin our session, I would like to invite Encik Muhammad Amir from Industry Talent Management and Expatriate Division to recite the prayers.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Allahumma ya Karim ya Halim. On this blessed morning, in conjunction with this program, sharing session on ESD online system, we beseech thee and grateful towards you in favor of all the infinite blessings to us, your humble servant, to live in safe and prosperous life. We seek your blessing for a flawless progress of this event from beginning till the end. We seek your guidance to steer clear of events that would detrimental the progress of this event. Allahumma ya Rahman ya Rahim. We supplicate for your endless blessings to protect us from any sickness, disease, and all serious illness, especially COVID-19. Allahu ya Shafi, preserve us from the infection of COVID-19 and heal the affected patient, for you are the healer. No healing is of any avail but yours. Bestow patience in us. Please accept our deeds and please reward us accordingly. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleasure to be your host today. I'm Hidayah from Industry Talent Management and Expatriate Division MIDA. Before we start our session, I would like to invite our Executive Director, Post Invest MIDA, Encik Muhammad Zulkifli, on stage for an opening remarks.
Thank you, Ms. Hidayah, our MC for today. Ms. Sabihah Ahmad, Head of Operation, my expert, Talent Corporation Berhad as our main speaker today. Yang Mulia Tengku Suraya from Immigration Department, and also all the colleagues from Talent and Immigration Department, representative from business chambers and association, and also from representative from companies. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamualaikum, good morning to all, and very warm welcome to sharing session on ESD online system. I would like to thank the Immigration Department and Talent Corporation Malaysia Berhad for collaboration to organize this event. As usual, MIDA will continue to work closely with relevant government agencies, stakeholders, and private sectors to ensure Malaysia's investment ecosystem remain attractive for investors to conduct business activities. For your information, this session is conducted in both conventional way through physical presence and also on digital platform online with the new social distancing norm due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm happy to inform that this event has attracted overwhelming response from the chambers and individual companies to join us this morning. We have a total of 70 participants present today in this hall and over 200 digital platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may already aware, with effective from 1st September 2020, all MIDA expatriate post-approvals through Jawatan Kuasa Teknikal Pegawai Dagang, JTPD in MIDA, are required to go through ESD online system for employment pass application. We are aware that some of you may have difficulties to go through the ESD online system due to the new procedures requirement. So the objective of this session is to update the new SOP, Standard Operating Procedure for Employment Pass Application, and also to escalate the issues and problems faced by business operating in Malaysia, and also to get any feedback from you to further improve the mechanism procedures. We want to ensure a smooth process for companies applying expatriate post and technical expert, or we call it professional visit pass. For regional office and the representative office application, MIDA has created a special platform to cater to the need of the group in ESD online system with a less document required. I hope all of you will take full advantage of this session to better understand the procedures and requirements for ESD online system. We hope that this session will be beneficial and informative for all stakeholders, and I wish to a fruitful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Encik Zulkifli. Ladies and gentlemen, as we are informed, effective on 1st September 2020, any application for employment pass under MIDA's approvals need to be submitted via ESD online system. With that, MIDA took initiative to organize a session for associations and companies to engage with ESD team and also the immigration in order to help you to familiarize with the system. So the session will be conducted by my Experts Talent Corp lead by Puan Sabihah Ahmad. At the end of the briefing, I will open the floor for any questions. So for members on the floors, you can come to the nearest microphone and you may ask your question. But for those who watch our session online, you may send your questions via Slido. The event code will be shared later when the Q&A session is open. Now, without further ado, I would like to invite Puan Sabiha Ahmad, Head of Operation from My Aspects Talent Corp, to deliver her presentation.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. Apa khabar semua? So if you ever notice, this statement, opening remark is actually made by our Prime Minister. So from today, I will start to use that opening remark, apa khabar semua? Even though I will not hear from you to reply to me back, but it's okay. Even PM is worse because he needs to say in front of the monitor. All right, I am not so comfortable to have the presentation here at the rostrum, so I will just walk everywhere. Please make yourself comfortable, okay? We are not going to have examination or a test, okay? You can freely, okay, sit, make yourself comfortable because we are going to go through quite a number of slides. If I'm not mistaken, we have about 48 slides. Okay, but I will try my best to run through as fast as possible so that we can catch up for our Q&A session. All right, do not interrupt me at this moment. I know there are a lots of burning questions. Okay, can't wait to ask us. We will try our level best to answer you during the Q&A session. Okay, together with me, before that, I would like to thank to MIDA for having us here and to have the opportunity to, brief to everyone about the new procedure. For those who are not familiar, it's a very new to you. But for those who are very familiar and they are say, oh, okay, I don't have to know about this. Okay, I can handle myself. Okay, so good luck and also all the best to everyone. Together with me is immigration. Okay, immigration officer. We have Puan Tengku Suraya here. We have Puan Christine Amira. They are the subject matter experts on the application related to expatriates. They know better. They are immigration. Okay, they are from immigration ESD. Okay, in Putrajaya. So they will join me during the Q&A session. Okay, not to further delay. Let me start with the first introduction. Okay, some of you may have known us, okay, may have known me, Sabiha, and also my team here. Okay, why we are here? Why My Aspects? Okay, why My Aspects? In the middle, we are actually a bridge to the industry and also to the government. Okay, who are we? Are we a vendor? Are we, a private company? No, we are not. Talent Corp is an agency from the government. Okay, we are previously established in 2011 under the Prime Minister Office, and then later in 2018 we've been actually asked to report to Ministry of Human Resources. So they are actually now is our father. All right. So we are not a private company, yeah. So My Aspect, who is My Aspect? We are actually a subsidiary to Talent Corporation Malaysia Berhad. All right, and we are the one who actually facilitate the company and also to work together very closely with immigration. So this working together not only with immigration started like quite long ago, together with MIDA, and we've been, discussing, and it's not to burden the industry, but also to hear you and also to pass back your message to the government. So you are coming to the right place actually, to MIDA, to inform what are your concerns, and then MIDA definitely will raise in one platform where the government can listen to you. Okay, so what we are doing, the whole bunch, Talent Corp, I've explained, okay, Talent Corp and My Aspects, we are the one who actually facilitate, assist immigration. ESD is the main. Expatriate Services Division is actually from Immigration Department of Malaysia. And then they rebranded the name from Bahagian Pas Penggajian, Employment Pas Division to Expatriate Services Division. We are the extension of ESD. Okay, and ESD, we need ESD, ESD need us. Okay, we are connected to each other. So our function is a bit different. Immigration, if you see the logo there, is about company registration, the background of the company. your business activities. What do you do? How many people do you have? A visit to your company to see how good is your company performance in Malaysia. So that is their expertise. Us, Talent Corp and my aspects is the one who look at the job suitability, the individual, the body. Why? Because we are Talent Corporation Malaysia Berhad. Talent Corp, talent relate to talent. In what area? All. But for any sectors that is reporting to MIDA, MIDA will be the expert who can analyze. You are the people, the right people to be in Malaysia and run your business activities. For those company that is not under MIDA, will have their own regulatory agency. Like ICT sector will be in MDAC. You know, so we don't own everything, okay? We don't own everything, but we look at the overall picture. That is our function. Okay, Ministry of Home Affairs. That is our Bible. We can consider that, okay? Because whatever things related to policy, you know, circular, immigration circular will be referred back. So they are the guardian and also our track, okay? To make sure that we are aligned and also follow the current trend of business activities, okay? This is our father. That is what I can say. And the client charter, of course. Here, in my aspects, we are very concerned about client charter. Okay, in 2014, if I'm not mistaken, when the former Prime Minister came and launched ESD in Putrajaya, he has announced that the client charter has been decided to be at 5 working days upon complete documents. So once you submit your application into the system, which is ESD online, the clock will start ticking. But when we return back to you, the time will start to 0 again. But at this moment, just to share with you, the performance is about 96% every month. Performance that reaching within 5 working days, right? Type of passes, employment pass, professional visit pass is the short term, 6 months or 12 months. And the resident pass talent, that is actually a program from Talent Corp, where those who are working in Malaysia for 3 years has paid income tax for 2 years, you are eligible to apply. And also there's a baseline of salary where you must be at that salary minimum criteria, if I'm not mistaken, 15,000. The basic salary, then you are eligible to apply, but doesn't mean that it's going to be approved. So the syarat, the condition must be working in Malaysia. They need to have a valid employment pass. Okay, that one you can browse to our website, yeah, to know further. Okay, data sharing. Okay, this is the most important that we want to highlight here. Data sharing. Okay, ESD is actually the only agency and system that is integrated with this SSM and also LHDN. Why? SSM is because related to company registration. There are cases before we get the integration done with SSM, the company try to submit forged document. They try to adjust the number of revenue from 1 ringgit, they get 100 ringgit in their financial audited report, but suddenly we have 5 more zero numbers at the end, so it become 1 million, 10 million revenue. So we want to avoid that kind of issue. So then we discuss with SSM, and there's some MOU, yeah, understanding with SSM to integrate where we will get the information from their database and pump into the system. LHDN is of course related to your taxable income. Okay, this is one of the issues that been raised by LHDN, okay, the Income Tax Inland Revenue Board, mentioning about they have losses quite number of amount when the person, the expatriate does not declare their taxable income. How they do that? 1 year, 12 months employment pass, and then they has no mandatory to do the monthly deduction. What they do normally, they will declare at the end, okay, for 1 year, 12 months. And then if, for example, the company decided not to renew, he can just leave without declaring. So how much we have lost? 5,000 ringgit times 12 months, 60,000. The taxable income is supposed to be around 2,400, 1%. So how much? Estimation is about 75 million losses made by LHDN because of no data can be tracked. So what we do, we integrate with them, we'll get the number. How do we check? The company submit the application to us, and then we will check if, especially for those who has been in Malaysia for 1 year and you would like to renew, to extend, the company would like to renew and extend for another year, then the system will trigger whether you have filed, which is the company, you is referring to the company, have filed the income tax declaration to IRB. That is how actually we assist the government to collect the money, right? Okay, PDRM. Okay, this one is related to security clearance. Okay, some countries, they will require to get clearance. But what we do, because we cannot access the police department, or whatever system that they are having now. So what we do, we share our login ID for them to access everything in ESD. Transparent, no restriction, they can access at any time, anywhere, because it's a web-based, right? So this is a security part. Data sharing is very important for us. Okay, maybe we will integrate more to other agencies that require. Okay, this is our website. Just type esd.imi.gov.my. Why is it imi.gov.my? Because the system, the database inside there belongs to immigration. Okay, so the confidentiality is very important. Okay, so that's why we try to monitor and control in terms of people who are dealing with immigration and also with MIDA or any approving agency. Why this is very important? Because the company should know who is the authorized person to access. Okay, so this is the landing page, the home page that you will see. Okay, the guidebook is very helpful. We have updated that to version 3. Please print out and read through because we have end-to-end process, everything, the guidelines, the information, how much the salary, under which category that will be actually applied from the company, employment pass category 1, 2, or 3. But for MIDA, I understand that there's no category 3. Yeah. Okay, just a quick one. The roles I have explained in my earlier presentation. ESD immigration is all about company. Whatever things that is related to company, please refer to ESD. In Putrajaya, they have a specific unit called Inspectorate Unit. You can email to them, okay, from the guidebook, you can see their email address and also their contact number. You can call or email them for any related to company registration, company issue, changes of people, you know, from Mr. A to Mr. B in terms of dealing with immigration, everything will be under Inspectorate Unit. What they do, evaluate the employers, the company, business activities, compliance, risk, visit, and so on. Okay, whatever the registration, when the company submit your application in the system, will be presented in a committee. It's not by individual. In terms of decision will be made by the committee, not talent corp alone, not immigration alone. We will invite the respective regulatory agencies to sit together with them and make decision. Right? So we cannot pinpoint like, oh, immigration reject, immigration. No, it's not immigration. They have a proper committee called Jawatan Kuasa Inspectorate. Inspectorate committee meeting, chaired by Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, my aspects, what we do, of course, the body, the job suitability, and also the decision is not made by us. It's not by Talent Corp. They received the reject letter, they said Talent Corp rejected my application. It's not Talent Corp. Okay, it's the committee chaired by Ministry of Home Affairs, MOHA, and sit together with the regulatory agencies or approving agencies. We always see our JTK, Jabatan Tenaga Kerja, from Ministry of Human Resources. We have a rep from MIDA. Sometimes we have from MITI and also CIDB. So whatever that is related to your area, there will be a rep sitting there and also look at your application. It's not us. We are just a secretariat presenting the case and put recommendation whether to approve or to reject or to defer and ask more documents or clarification from the company. The pass approval, the green, the last side where you see the logo is even though the committee decided to approve, but it has still to go to immigration. Why? To give the pass approval. Pass approval is where you will get 2 years sticker in the passport. 1 year, 3 years, or maybe more. Okay, so without that step, you will not get any notification to say your application status. And maybe during that committee meeting, decided to approve, but when they check in the system, there is something that they still require from the company, they can still put on hold your application. The system ESD online is integrated with immigration system. So the decision that has been made in the committee meeting will be pumped directly to immigration. They will see all the list of approved, reject, no, you will get, the company will get immediately the notification, but any approved application will be pumped to immigration system for their processing of pass approval. Okay, this is quite a very process briefing and technical. For those who are not familiar with ESD online, you will have a bit like a few stars on your head. And that's why we actually prefer during this briefing is the user to be here so that they can understand, especially people from HR department. Okay, but it's okay, it's a knowledge sharing. Okay, let us to look together. This is overall process. Stage 1, company registration from the company. RERO, not to forget. Okay, so in this presentation, why my slide is quite long is because I need to cater for both. One is for company and one for RERO. So any company that related to your process, please be alert with that. Okay, more focus on that information. For RERO, we have a set of slides for you as well. Okay. Stage 1 company registration and also RERO registration. You cannot avoid from that stage. Okay. What you need to do is just you will see a different field to fill in. What is the condition? Must have approval from MIDA first. That is the main condition that we have agreed between immigration and also MIDA, that without that approval, you will not be able to be considered as part of ESD registered company or RERO. The number 2, stage 2, I will explain a bit detail later. This one, once you registered, there will be a notification to say, hey, your company has been approved. Please come and sign the letter of undertaking. I will explain in detail later. Yeah, it's quite detail on that. And then number 3, once everything has been completed, the account will be activated. That is where you can start to apply your expatriates. How to get your expatriates? Another letter from MIDA to say that you have the number of people in there. Okay, so there are 2 actually stages that you need to be concerned of. Stage 1 must get approval from MIDA. That is one a main condition. At 3rd stage, stage 3, that you also need to upload the approval from MIDA because they are your dictionary. They are the experts. They know better about you, not us. Okay, they will still have their own jawatan kuasa meeting to analyze your application. When you apply 10, they approve 5, for example, the letter must be there. Without that letter, no processing. We return back to you through the system. You need to complete, upload the letter first, then return back to us. The last part is the easiest part. Once approved, you will get notification. You can print out the approval letter from that system. If the person is outside, abroad, new application, you can tell them, print out this letter, okay, or you can scan or email to them, and then they need to collect a visa, if necessary. If not, they can come in. However, with the current condition, MCO, how they can enter? With another additional letter called permission to enter, entry permission letter by Immigration Department. So that can be found from the same homepage. When you scroll a bit little down there, there's a My Entry box there where you can click and fill in all the information. So what do you need to do? Is the main thing to upload the approval letter. That is the condition. Because you want to see, they can come into Malaysia, but must be an approval from any agency or approving authority. If you are from ICT sector, you will get approval letter from MDAC. So if you submit through ESD, you will get approval letter from Immigration Department, right? Okay, we can discuss later about my entry, but now our focus is more about registration of your company through ESD online. Okay, this one is step by step. For company first, okay? Organization account. How do you see? Number one, register via that homepage, esd.imi.gov.my. Select the organization type. If you see the last red color, that is only for RERO. If you have registered your company, you have the SSM number, you are not eligible to select that button. You know who you are. If you are the company, select which one, which type of you, either company, firm, or society. If you are RERO, select the what we call that? The bullet. Okay. Sorry. Right, and then you just need to complete the contact details. Okay, this is the thing that you need to be alert. Okay, any company, sometimes they will do by themselves. Okay, some companies, they will assign their consultant to assist in terms of, processing, submitting the application and all. But at this stage, we would prefer, this is for company, we would prefer for the HR people or the company itself, the employer, to start off with this activation first, okay, to register, just to create the account. It's quite straightforward actually. It's just like registering your Google account. It's quite straightforward. And then create the online ESD online account, and then there will be a activation link sent to the person where you need to click activate my account, something like that. Okay, I will show you later. This is the showcase, the website. Click register, there the arrow, the red arrow, and then this is for company. You will see this form. Selection of company, society, firm, RERO, and then click register, complete all the fields, and submit. Validation of email is very important, so make sure you type the correct email. Okay? New account registration again. This is how you will see. You click create account, and then the username has to be more than 6, at least 6 minimum or more. Create account, and then this is the sample of the view that you will see. There will be from no reply, so please try to, put this as not spam. Okay, maybe sometimes, they will create their email as a spam or junk, so maybe you can check. Once you created the account, and then you can also check in your spam or junk email, just in case, okay? So this is just a sample, okay? It's not an actual information that you see now. Click activate account, and then you will start to log in. Okay? They will see this form for company, not RERO. For this form, okay, do you see on the right side where you see there's a green green symbol, meaning you have completed the first step. The second one, you will see one icon which is related to SSM. If you are a company, click from there. You do not have to go to SSM and purchase yourself and try to fill in everything. You do not have to do that. Just click, the browser will bring you to SSM page, where you will need to pay 15 ringgit 90 cent. That is to SSM to purchase the report. And then whatever the database that required to be filled in here will be automatically pumped. No data entry is required from your side. And you are not able to amend anything. That is the security part. Yeah, click this one, 15 ringgit 90 cent. This is to SSM. Auto download all the information that is exactly when you see the SSM report. Okay. Some of the feature may not have in SSM report. So that is where the field that you will need to key in. You will need to do your data entry. For example, like correspondent address, maybe you have the latest number. And then my company is, okay, this company, my company is what? Okay, you will see later. Company type, you know, you just follow exactly like what is stated in SSM report. Nature of business, you will need to key in. Okay, just a brief information about your company, but not as short as what SSM stated in your report, because sometimes it's just like general trading, you know, business services, consultancy. So that is not too helpful for us to generate the information from there. Primary sector, okay, here approving agency, who you want to choose? Choose MIDA, because you are under MIDA. Don't choose ICT, MDEC ke Jabatan Mineral Science Technology ke apa. No need. And not Talent Corp as well. Just choose MIDA. Okay, then we know you are under MIDA. Okay, let me just go back here. Okay, if you go into the last part, we will be applying for employment pass, EP3 not applicable for MIDA, because that one is a salary between 3,000 to 4,999. Professional visit pass not applicable for MIDA as well. So you just choose employment pass. Okay, this is contact information. This is auto download as well. When you first created the registration, this will be auto download from SSM. Then we will know whether you have updated your financial audited account. If you have not, because we do receive, immigration do receive, the last financial audited report was in 2014. So what immigration will do during the assessment, they will return back to you and say, please update. Please update your status to SSM. So that is where you will need to contact your company secretary to update whatever the information to SSM, so that we will get the latest information from there. Okay, here this portion is about the people. One is local, one is foreigners, but not for foreign labor. Okay, here is only for expatriates. Even though they are EP3, salary band is a bit above 3,000, but they are still considered skilled worker, not foreign labor. Okay, so you put a number, Malaysian. For RERO, maybe you do not have any Malaysian. Okay, just put 0. Okay, and then projection. Okay, in ESD we call that as projection, because we are not fixed to, like yours, you call as a quota. MIDA call it as quota because it's a fixed number for that particular position. Here in ESD, we will not change anything to quota because the term is used as projection. How they do projection is just a prediction that how many people that you are bringing in for that particular year. You might put as 100 people, but you might not need to have 100 people in hand. When immigration review and see your status of company, the background, the revenue, the business activity is not doing so well, they might not be approved for 100 people. They just approve one, for example, only for key posts. So that is how immigration control in terms of numbers. So it's not fixed, and there's no limitation for you to apply. Let's say you have exhausted the number, become 1 people, but you need another 3, you can reapply. There will be a portion for you to click the button, and then you can put the number, the new number that you requested, and then you can attach the JD or whatever the justification. Why do you need these people? Okay. The projection will be actually tabled to the committee meeting managed by immigration directly. Okay, this one, the director's detail will be auto download as well. You cannot amend anything. Oh, by the way, okay, let me explain about top management technical expert. If you see the blue tooltip, is actually the explanation. Top management refers to the high level, C-suite post, CEO, CTO, COO, CFO, whatever OOO, at the end is top management, or president, vice president is considered top management. You can read from the explanation. Technical expert for those who are involved with the machine. You know, a technical expert, okay, no need to explain further. I think you know better. Middle management, manager, supervisor, or assistant manager. But some companies, they might define the post differently from others. So you know better and you can decide. Let's say, for example, you put the number as top management, 1. MIDA approval letter put 3. It should be 3, okay? If there's no approval given by MIDA to say you will have top management or key post, you call it key post, if you put 1, immigration will reject. Why? Because you have to follow exactly what has been approved by MIDA. So just follow the number. It's just how do you define them under what category? Okay, I understand. Okay, there must be a question about this. Key post, term post. How? There's no key post, there's no term post. How? We have discussed this in our separate technical meeting together with MIDA and immigration. The key post and term post is the term. Duration will decide. For example, key post 5 years. When you apply for the key post expatriate, you put 60 months, 5 years still. Because in the passport, there's a sticker. For those who is familiar with that, the sticker will not mention about key post. They mention the duration, valid until what, and what is your position. That's all. So not to worry much about I am key post, I am term post. As long as you have the duration, 24 months, put 24 months. Because we know you are under MIDA. So this is the category that we will understand based on MIDA's letter. Right? Clear, eh? Okay, this is the normal documents that you need to upload. Okay, some of the checklists might not be applicable to you, so you can just skip. Some of the section is compulsory, so please upload. Click submit. This is for RERO, a bit different. Still at this process, registration of your company. It's just in terms of form, the same homepage you will see. Okay, that part, type of RERO. You can refer back to the letter issued by MIDA, whether you are number 1, 2, or 3. Just select. Simple, follow, exactly. The form here, the difference is just, before this, you have it manually. Now you have it in the system. That's it, we don't change anything. Okay, fill in all the information. You get the same. Yeah, okay, this one, for company, you will see that logo. For RERO, you won't see that SSM. Don't ask us why, because you are RERO, you do not register with SSM. You don't have the company number, right? So you will see edit form. This is the form. If you are familiar, this is the form, the same form that been actually issued by MIDA. Fill in, the same one. Select employment pass only. Do not select other passes. Okay? Contact person is auto download. Financial is a compulsory figure for you to put in. Okay, this is the same. The current workforce still need to fill in. If you have 0, put 0. If you have number, just follow the letter issued by MIDA. Okay, this is a checklist given by MIDA as well. So we assist them to follow exactly. So you can upload, especially the condition approval letter from MIDA. That is a must. That is a condition, a compulsory condition. Click submit, and then you are done in terms of registering your company, but has not yet to be decided whether you are eligible or not. Okay, but in this stage, projection is very important. Projection number. For company, you may have your professional visit pass holder. So you can select if you need to apply. For RE/RO, what we understand is all will be under employment pass only. Okay, if you still have question, you can refer directly to MIDA and they should be able to assist you further. Right. So that is stage 1. If you see the overall process, you have completed stage 1, but decision has to be made. Who? The committee, Jawatan Kuasa Inspektorat. Okay, Inspektorat committee meeting where they will decide. Okay, for MIDA is quite clear. As long as you have the letter, immigration and the committee will just follow. Meaning you have actually been approved earlier from MIDA and we just want to make sure that you are registered. That's all. Okay, so it's quite fast. So the next step, how do you get the notification? You will get a notification. The person, remember there's one field that you need to put a contact information. That person will receive the notification. So please careful when you fill in the information. It cannot be anyone else. Okay. What do you see? Okay, here there's a second tick there. Processing. The status can be tracked from the system. So you can know where is your application at. Okay, you don't have to come to immigration or to MySpec or to MIDA. You can just go to the system and check the status. If you need clarification, email to them. Okay, so this is where the decision has been made, where the status is ticked as approved. Okay, here you will see this letter of undertaking. Okay, for those who are familiar, I think you are okay with that. For those who are very new with this ESD online, there's one portion that immigration would like to control. Who are they? The people who is liaising with immigration, with my aspects, with immigration state. Yeah, some of the states they have using this, and also MIDA. That is the control mechanism that we would like to use, where only the assigned or authorized people will come to the respective immigration state or MIDA or ESD in Putrajaya or my aspects. Okay, so how to do this? It's from the system, fill in the information. For company, you can have your CEO or CTO or head to be the endorser. There's a blue tooltip still, okay, in there. We put a brief explanation what is endorser. So we prefer the people should come from the employer themselves for company. Okay, why? Because any notification, any email that been sent via system will be also sent to this person. But for example, large company, of course, you do not want to get your number one to know everything about the operational matters, you know, like please submit resume for Mr. A as technical engineer. So maybe you do not want to disturb him. So you can assign the next level. As long as like head of HR, you know, HR manager can still be considered. The company login ID user has to be very careful. Okay, this is the people that will start to log into the system and check all the application. They will know the status, they will submit the application. If you are hiring consultant, the external party to assist you, please make sure you know the login ID and password. The employer has to know. Otherwise, the consultant run away, try to submit Mr. A, 100 people under your company. You never know because you do not know the login ID and password. That is one. Number two is abuse of the system. Like say he resigned. You do not have the login ID. You do not have the password. You will need to go through a few process in order for you to get the login ID. It's not that simple like I want to reset my password. No, because this is immigration database. Right? Okay, so please be careful if you have external party to make sure that the people, the employer, know the login ID and password. The second part, submission officers, 1 and 2 can be the employee of the company or your assigned consultant. Okay, why? Because when they come to MIDA, immigration unit in MIDA, or to MySpecs or to ESD, this is the people that they will liaise with. So please choose wisely. Okay, if the third people, A, B as number 1 and number 2, suddenly there's Mr. Z come to your office, come to immigration or unit immigration in MIDA to say that I want to get the endorsement done. Not possible because they will verify the information based on this. Mr. A or B has to come, not Mr. Z. And when you call to ask about status or to clarify about something, we will know and we will reveal only the information to these people, even for email communication. If it come from the CEO of that company, claim himself as CEO but not cited here, there will be no reply. Okay, be alert with that. Okay, so normally, of course, there will be a reply, but to say that, I'm sorry, sir, please get your authorized person stated in the LOU to communicate with us directly. You are not the authorized person based on the information in their database. So that is how they communicate. Okay. Okay, I've explained this. Okay, this is for RERO. Just now is about company. It's quite straightforward because the company is in Malaysia. RERO, the company is not here. Individual, one person or maybe two, I'm not sure. So if one person, but the company is actually located at the home country, for example, in Germany. So how do we do that for RERO? It cannot be a one-man show. He cannot nominate himself as endorser, as submission officer. He do everything. So no. Why? In terms of control mechanism, we want their base company to know. I've discussed with Encik Zul. Thank you, Encik Zul, and also the team from MIDA here and also immigration. The endorser has to come from the base company abroad. Okay, abroad mean who? The people who assign, who know about him, not the people who do not know about who is the person in Malaysia. So that the notification about his progress, his status application will be also notified to him via email. All right. Okay, the next one, login ID user can be from chambers if they have chambers, okay, to assist in submitting your application, or from appointed consultant. Okay, you have external party to assist, then you can appoint them. But make sure you know the login ID and password. But not immigration, we are not supposed to know. Immigration or MIDA, you are not supposed to become on behalf of the company to submit the application. Submission 1 and 2 is the same like login ID and user. Okay, there must be a question. Okay, when you print out the letter, okay, there will be a signature required. Okay, for RERO, we have a solution. Okay, wait. Okay, so here, when you print the undertaking letter, you cannot come out with your own format. Okay, it's already designed as such to that format where everything will be standardized, okay? Please do not come up with your own format when you come to immigration to sign the document. For company, after you fill in all the information, you can start to click print letter of undertaking. How to print? Please print on the company's letterhead. Okay? And then the last step is to select the appointment date. You cannot just simply go. Do not go to STO. You don't have to do that. STO is the appointment like a queue system built by immigration, but don't go to STO. For ESD, you have a special lane for that. Select the date. Please come on time. You select the time. You come to immigration in Putrajaya and do the process for verification of LOU. That is for company. RERO, who will come to immigration to sign? Interim period, for the interim period, because you do not have a company in Malaysia, so MIDA will be your rep. Okay, the people who will go to immigration to sign and verify the letter of undertaking for this interim period. Okay, there will be a change of process. Okay, upon we will see how it goes, because this is very new for everyone, especially for immigration and also for us. So we try to that solution first because we do not want to delay anything. So MIDA has actually, willing to take the responsibility temporarily for you. Okay, so thanks to MIDA. Here, okay, this is the checklist. What do you need to bring? For company, who will go and verify? Okay, if for company, you will have the SSM report. You might have more than one company's director in the report. Select one person who is in a know about the application. All right? If you only have one, meaning he will be the one who meet up with immigration and do the verification and sign in front of immigration. Letter of undertaking, there will be a signature requirement. For RERO, is a bit different. Okay, let me finish on the company first. So when you go on the specific time that you have selected earlier, like say tomorrow, 9 o'clock, you go to immigration in Putrajaya, and then you say, I have this appointment, I have this LOU printed on my letterhead. Please make sure you bring my card or original passport when you meet up with them for identification purposes, and with the LOU, that's it. And immigration will be with you and look at the director signing the document, meaning you need to sign in front of immigration as a witness, immigration officer. Okay? Just one time process. It's not like every time you have to go and sign in front of them. No need. Only if there is a change of director's name, then the new director has to go to immigration, submit the new ones, email first to immigration to get the clarification and also the process done. Then you can come, the new director can come again to immigration and sign. If there's no change, for example, just email address, or you have moved to a different location, or the contact number has changed, you do not have to get the director to go to immigration and sign again. No need. Just update and email to immigration, and then later immigration will advise whether you need to come, the company rep, not the director, okay, to go and submit the original. Okay, that one will be advised later by immigration. For RERO, the endorser is abroad. How can it be, getting the person to be in Malaysia? So MIDA will go, they will select. You have to inform MIDA that your application has been approved. Select the date, okay, make an agreement with MIDA on which date and what time they will go. They will go to immigration and they will have all the process as the same. And another one is on the endorser part, because he is not in Malaysia, but he need to know something. where MIDA officer will go to immigration and sign the document. How he authorized? He will email using his official company-based ID email to confirm I authorize these people to present on behalf of RERO in Malaysia. So the printed email is required. Okay, that will be part of the checklist. Right, that one I have covered. Number 2, number 3. Right, upon completion. Okay, once everything has done, okay, immigration will start to activate your company. Looks very tedious and difficult, but actually it's not. Maybe my explanation is quite detailed. Okay. Okay, this is about expatriate application. You have submitted the number of the people that the company or RERO required, 1 or 2 or 3. This is where the application, same homepage. This is your screen. Company will view this. If there is any letters announcement you receive from here, so you will not lose in terms of getting the letters information from immigration. And then there are a few tabs on the top there. My help appointment, I will cover a bit. Okay, the rest is all about things that you have submitted before. You can see everything from there and you can track your expatriates from this system. Okay, on the left side, you can choose list of applicants. If you have more than one, everything will be there and you will see the nationality and the information that you have keyed in. This one is not pumped from anywhere. Okay, it has to be manually keyed in. Okay, on the left, there's a sample of documents. If you are unsure about the documents, what kind of documents, how does it look like? Maybe it's new for you, a new officer. There's a sample there. Okay, you can refer to that. Payment, okay, I will talk about that later. Application status, this is very important for those who are doing this tracking. Okay, you can track whether the application is in processing, it's not defer, it's return back to company. Yeah, a company status, and then approve, reject, or maybe JKI, pass, approve. Reject, reject, okay? Reject, approve, a few status actually in there you can track. Yeah, there's a number also you can see for approved application, how many, and also for rejected application. Okay, this is about the payment. When you submit the application, and then there will be a request for you to make a payment. What payment? This is not immigration payment. This is processing fee payment. 300 ringgit per individual. Okay? One person. 300 ringgit with SST 6% is 318. And for dependent or long-term pass, if they have family members, so the amount is 70 ringgit per application. So that's why this one is the responsibility of the company. Why? Because you will not just submit the application freely. So please make a wise decision when you want to hire the people. Because when it comes to rejection, we will not refund back. Okay, we'll process the application 5 working days, you will get the notification. Within that 5 working days, it doesn't mean that it's going to be approved. Within that 5 working days, we might return for more documents or clarification. Or maybe during the second day, it's actually sent with the notification of rejection. Okay, but in the letter, you won't see any reason for rejection. But if you need to know why the application is rejected, you can email. Okay, you can email to MySpecs. helpdesk@myspecs.com.my, and we will share with you, because it is instruction by immigration not to reveal any reason for rejection. So this processing fee, complete this. Until you complete, you click submit, then your application will start to be processed. So when you get the notification of your application has been successfully submitted, you will have, the system will also say you should receive the decision or notification from us by when. The system will calculate for you. No need you to take the calendar and count it one by one. You don't have to do that. The system will help you to do that. 3 months before the expiry date, there will be a notification or reminder to say that, hey, this application is going to expire, please renew. Why 3 months? Within that 3 months, you should have completed another process for renewal application. Right? Okay, I think I have covered everything. So a bit, okay, I eat up 15 minutes. Okay, sorry for that. But I need to explain clearly. Okay, let us to discuss during Q&A, all right? But just to highlight that, let's focus on this area, okay? We'll try to answer you as much as possible. Together with me will be Immigration, Puan Tengku and also Puan Christine will be with us. To assist in terms of answering your question, but please keep it short and also please introduce yourself and from where, from which company, so that we can track all the information. Any specific or very detailed information or clarification that you need from us, we will take it separately. Okay, so there will be question that we will answer, or maybe the question that we have to answer later. Right? Okay, so then I end my presentation. Thank you so much for listening. Okay, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Puan Sabiha. So we will have a short break. We will resume back after 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our sharing session for today. Now, for the next agenda, we will open our floors for question and answers. So with that, I would like to invite members on the floor to go to the nearest microphone to ask your questions. And for those who watch us over the webinar, you may ask questions through Slido. Our event code is 39721. Our event code is 39721. We will show it later. So for those who are not here, you may ask the questions via that platform. And for those who are here, you may ask using the microphone. And please introduce yourself, from which organizations, and you may ask your question. Thank you.
Okay, do I have to put on my mask or can I take off for a while?
Sure.
All right, very good morning and thank you very much, the MIDA and my expat and Talent Corp for your kind invitation to this session. I'm Mr. Kitae from Japanese Chamber. Japanese Chamber got about 600 Japanese companies under us. And currently, most of us are quite concerned about, this immigration issue. And today, I would like to say the 4 points, 4 things. First, 1, 2 is a very, very humble request. And the first one is can we expect, today's to share today's presentation material, right? Okay, maybe yes, right? Okay, thank you very much. And how can I get today's presentation material? Maybe can we request to the MIDA or maybe to the any?
Sorry? Oh my.
Okay. In my case, maybe I can request MIDA.
Okay, for the material, we will share with MIDA, but we need to clean up some of the information that may not be useful for you. But let us to discuss with MIDA first, and then MIDA will share with you later. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, anyway, thank you very much for your today's presentation.
You're most welcome.
Very informative. And second one is also, kind of a humble request. And yeah, most of us, I'm not quite sure, but I myself from the, the organization, trade organization. And most of us maybe from the other organization, trade organization, maybe. And today's, the presentation, very informative and very good. But for me, some cases a little bit too technical to understand. Yeah, because it was my quite first time to see such kind of, the
feel and the pitch.
Yes.
Yeah, correct.
So do you think is it possible for you to give this kind of, the session to the, not only to the, non-professional people like me, to the, for example, the HR manager, to the any Japanese, the foreign companies. Do you think is it possible? I think this is very helpful.
I think there's no issue for us to come to you. However, with the current condition, of course, we will try to minimize our physical presence.
Yeah,
okay?
Well, maybe, you can
we can
do that way.
discuss. Okay, please email to MIDA,
Yes.
propose for the briefing session. Then we will see whether it can fit to your request. Yeah, of course, we will need to know the purpose, objective, and also the outcome. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, that if it is possible, I really would like to ask you to do the same thing to the Japanese, the companies. Yeah, of course, the other companies okay, but Japanese company may have their own, the interest, different from the others.
Sure, can.
Okay, maybe let me, raise up this request to the maybe MIDA first. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, and the third and fourth one is really, really concern. Okay, third question is, can we secure the key post or a GM or manager, which means, for example, the EP1, not only EP1, but also the EP2 or EP3 position for the expat. If the company, if company is registered or to be registered under MIDA or any approving agency, like the MTech, for example, that one is my question. And in spite of the the second October ESD guidelines, means we have to refer the any expat position and to the my jobs Malaysia for 30 days. That is a really crucial point for us. This is third question.
All right. I didn't explain about Jobs Malaysia requirement. Okay, for those who are quite familiar with ESD, you will see a pop-up advertisement to say that please advertise your vacancy, all right, the position through Jobs Malaysia. Okay, I have actually spoken to a few officers, companies rep just now during the break time, where you do not disturb your process. As I mentioned, 5 working days, we will still follow. So for example, if you need to apply for Jobs Malaysia because it's already there, it has been announced actually by the Minister of Human Resources, which we cannot say, oh, I don't want to do that. So we have to comply. But you can apply, but do not stop your process. Do not disturb your expatriate application process. Means it can come or go simultaneously. We will not wait and okay, it's supposed to be 30 days, right? 30 days. So let me just stand. It's so difficult for me to sit. Okay, 30 days, don't wait 30 days. Our charter is 5 working days. We need to keep our promise. When you submit your application, we will not return back to you to say, hey, please wait for the letter. So far, there's no instruction in expatriate committee meeting and also in inspectorate committee meeting. So apply is a must, but don't wait for the decision. If you have the people abroad, then it will be much easier for you because you can plan. You can apply earlier from Jobs Malaysia. Let's say after 30 days, you do not receive anything, but at the same time, the people needs to come in the next 2 weeks, just apply through ESD online. Don't wait. Okay, you know why? Because in our committee meeting, we will have a rep from Jobs Malaysia. So they will advise during that assessment. Okay, clear?
Sorry, I'm still
Right.
not clear.
The requirement is still on, okay?
Yes.
We will not retract in terms of the company must apply through Jobs Malaysia.
But even our approving certain company, the approving agency is MIDA, and MIDA says, okay, we keep the MD post for the expat.
Yeah,
Even
it's
in that
okay.
case, we have to,
It's okay, proceed. Do not justify to me because I'm not a Jobs Malaysia.
Okay.
Proceed with the process. Apply through ESD online. Don't stop. We will rely on MIDA's letter.
So which means that one is still not decided clearly. May I understand?
Cannot give any
It's
comment.
not clear.
The implementation is there. Jobs Malaysia is there. Go to the website and apply. That's it. But don't wait. Don't wait or disturb your current processing through ESD online.
So which means at this moment, in any case, in every case, have to apply to the Jobs Malaysia.
Yeah. Some
Regardless,
may not. You just ignore. I don't want to apply. I still apply ESD. We will still put a decision within 5 working days.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm MIDA here. I would like to respond to Mr. Katai. Okay, in fact, the registration for the Job Malaysia is a decision made by the cabinet. So basically, we are following the instruction. Okay, from the company's point of view, they could apply to Job Malaysia as well as send an application to MIDA. You could do it simultaneously. Okay, as what Talent Corp is saying, in the committee who make that decision, we also have a representative from Jabatan Tenaga Rakyat, which is MOHR, will be there. They will make the decision. Okay, we are looking for this application to Job Malaysia. Basically, the most important thing is the requirement for the new expat. But for the existing expat, they want to extend. When we spoke to the MOHR yesterday, they said it is okay for you to do it simultaneously, where MIDA will process the application and we will check internally with MOHR for their reply. Okay. You still need to apply to Job Malaysia.
But it sounds very strange.
No, you need to apply. The reason is what we notice is that many companies, we have locals doing the job, but they still bring the expatriates. So especially during this period, we really want to give the employment to them.
But that one is also including the, the top management, I mean MD or CEO. Still, we have to, the
No,
open to-
basically you just apply. The committee will make a decision on that. Because we cannot say that, oh, okay, for this position, you don't have to apply.
Okay.
We are across the board, not only the manufacturing.
Understand.
Okay?
Yeah, we maybe understand. If it is, the EP2 or EP3 cases, okay, there are, quite a lot of possibility that we can find out, local talent. But in case of EP1, that one is a very different story. I mean, management, manager,
Yes.
no, not manager, managing director or chairman was rank. That is a very, very difficult to find out.
Okay, when the cabinet made the decision, they're not looking into manufacturing company alone, because we also have some foreign companies undertaking the trading activities. Like a simple trading, like, have a paid up, like few 100,000, that's it. So we felt that those kind of activities for trading, laundry or whatever, it should not owned by the local and it should not owned by the foreign. So in view of that, we felt that the managing director should be the Malaysian, and the foreign can come here like on, temporary basis or something like that to supervise. And we felt that it should not. That is the reason. So I think in your case, when Jaktim is looking into it, they're looking mostly, they take care of all the big companies. We are aware. You have the MDs, you have the CEOs. In our processing, we look into that. So that's why, in reality, when we look into each application, although you didn't receive any response from MOHR, we do process your application and put it to committee. You don't have to worry about that. This one is all that we do internally.
Okay.
Kind of, anyway,
Excuse me.
kind of process. Maybe
We do
terms-
process the application
process
upon
purpose.
receiving it.
Process purpose, right? Only the purpose of the process.
Okay.
The purpose, we just want to make sure that the responsibility of the person, we look into that. And also we look into the type of sectors and activities.
Yes, understand. But in terms of responsibility, for example,
Excuse me,
Uh,
sir. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but because of this session is mainly for ESD online sharing
Okay,
session,
sorry.
and we want to have others also have
All right,
opportunity
sorry.
to ask question about
okay,
the system
understand.
itself.
Fully understand.
Yeah, I'm so, sorry
maybe
about
this
that.
one I
Yeah.
need to clarify that a little bit more.
Maybe
And
yes.
later.
Yeah, later with
Okay.
MIDA, because for your information about the job Malaysia, actually the immigration and
Okay,
my
yeah.
spec, they don't have any idea
All
about
right.
that.
Sorry. And my last question is also related to this one.
I see.
Yeah, more severe, case. So that maybe
We will-
later, I think I'm going to talk with,
Yeah, sure.
the officers.
We will talk about it at lunchtime.
Okay. But I really wanted to share this problem. Maybe many of you have the same question, right? That's why.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But thank you so much, Mr. Katai.
Right.
Yes. Okay. But I just want to clear up here because we have so many other companies and we still have
Right.
questions from
You must-
Slido. So I appreciate if members and participants can ask questions directly related to the online system that we are sharing today. But of course, we can accommodate to other questions, but maybe during lunchtime, so we can have better understanding about your question and etc. Yes. So, Mr. Kai, do you have any other questions related to the system itself?
No, that's all.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you so
Sorry,
much.
to my squeezing the lunchtime. Sorry.
No problem. Thank you so much, Mr.
Okay, thank you
Kai.
very much.
No problem. So I would like to open for other questions. Yes, maybe, sorry, sir. Yeah, yes, you, sir, yes.
My name is Radhe Agarwal. I'm from Consortium of Indian Industries in Malaysia. And we have a different kind of our members from manufacturing, ICT, trading, services, metal trading, metal manufacturing. So my first question is this, I was a bit confused that everyone, the trader or the manufacturing, ICT, all have to go through MIDA, or just manufacturing company has to go through MIDA?
Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, now which approving agency that you are currently dealing with? Is it directly to MIDA? In terms of business activity, you need to identify where are you at. If you are more to manufacturing, refer to MIDA first. Okay, Puan Aiza is behind to answer you on that.
Okay. As you're aware that MIDA is giving out manufacturing license as well as incentive to companies. So basically we have a set of data for companies coming to MIDA. So for those companies that have record in MIDA, they can apply for the expatriate post in MIDA. What we are saying here is that effective 1st September, once you have given a position approved by MIDA, so you need to bring in the person into the country. So for that reason, you need to go to ESD. That is the thing. So that's what we are talking here today. And your question just now, where you should apply. Now I would like to ask back to you, when you say where to apply, what is it for? Is it for a manufacturing company? Is it for the position?
Mainly for, yeah, all manufacturing covered by MIDA. And all our members are anyhow registered or have a database with the MIDA, but say ICT. So ICT is registered with the MDEC. So they have come to MIDA for ESD program, or they have to go through some other way?
Okay, ESD is under Talent Corp. I'm just sharing with you. MIDA, we are looking manufacturing and related services. Okay, we are processing the position. When the body, it goes to ESD. Okay, so apart from MIDA, ESD also looking into what she mentioned just now is projection. Example, once a company is approved for a manufacturing license or incentive, the company has an option whether they're coming to MIDA for the expatriate position or they are going to ESD. So that is the process. You can choose either one. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
just to add on, all right. It's actually the agreement is already there that we have actually agreed among the approving agencies. For example, you are enjoying incentive under MIDA. You will not be able to enjoy another incentive from MDEC, for example, because you are doing ICT. So refer to MIDA. Refer to MIDA first because you have actually taken care by MIDA. Refer to them, get advice. Also, as a general information, even though you are registered company, okay, in ESD doesn't mean that your application will be approved during the inspectorate committee meeting. Why? Because maybe your application, if you do not receive any approval from MIDA, yeah, because the main condition is to have that letter. If you do not have the letter, what happened to you? But you are doing ICT, for example. So the committee will decide your business activity is towards to ICT and not manufacturing. So that is where the committee will return back the application to you. Please refer to MDEC. You will be guided. Okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, morning everyone. My name is Wu Sui San from WIC Tax Consultant. I'm just a consultant acting for the other clients. Yeah, I have a few questions, probably two, okay? I have few clients actually registered with MIDA and they already have their post approved by MIDA. So as what we know now, starting 1st of September, right, the MIDA or immigration in MIDA will not be able to process any application anymore. So let's say if we have unutilized position, we know that we have to go back to the ESD to apply for a new projection, you call it, correct? Is that possible for ESD to have a special lane to process all this? Because based on what we know from immigration, right, MIDA already approved unutilized. Then when we go back to the ESD side, we have to reapply again for that unutilized. So there will be a gap. As far as we know now, right, immigration processing time for projection there is a certain gap in respect of that.
Okay, to answer your question, the first thing, where do you go?
MIDA.
Yes. When you go to MIDA, you will get a letter. Let's say you have additional people for you to apply. Refer to MIDA. Without MIDA's letter, we will not do anything in ESD. That is the condition. So if you have additional, you have 5 people at this moment. Do not go to ESD when you have additional people to put in. Refer to MIDA. You get the letter, you just follow that number. 2 projection, fill in ESD system. So the first step is to get the letter of approval by MIDA first. If MIDA has approved 5, you just follow that number, 5 in ESD system, and then the committee will decide and follow whatever the decision made by MIDA.
I'm referring to unutilized balance.
Unutilized for that current year.
Means that, for example, MIDA has approved us 50, we already utilized 40, we still have 10, but we cannot apply it start because we have to go back to ESD.
Okay, Puan Aiza, you want to answer?
If you already approved for 50 and you got another 10, you want to bring in the body for that 10.
For that 10, correct?
Yeah, you can go to ESD.
Correct, because now we go back to ESD.
Puan Sabiha? Yeah. I think they can go and apply JKE.
Okay, the process for projection, okay, as I mentioned about MIDA's letter, they have approved 50, for example. Okay, in the system ESD, follow that number. And you have, for example, you have balance 10. You can go directly to ESD and apply the unutilized number because we will stick to the balance that already been decided by MIDA. That is how we refer.
Yeah, actually our concern here is because we think that the process should be smooth, means that we have 10, right? Then ESD side should straight away carry forward that 10 and allow us to apply.
Yeah, you know why? Because our field, when we view the application, we will have requested number 50, approved 50, utilized 40. You have 10. We will know. When you apply 1, you will have balance 9, 8, and so on.
All right, just that we already submit, but immigration say that, oh, you cannot carry forward like that because you have to wait.
It's only actually for that particular current year. That is why we call that as projection. But okay, that one will be separate discussion with MIDA. How do we adjust a number if you are not utilizing for that particular year? Because that one is a bit technical from the system, whether for companies which is under MIDA can carry forward the number because you can use that for period, for some period, right? We see how, okay, let us to have a discussion with team Ponaiza and also the Inspectorate unit here. We will take it that separately, all right? And we'll update the company from MIDA. MIDA will update you, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
So the second question is about, if let's say one of my clients, they are going to have a very big expansion, right? So regarding this expansion, do we need to go back to MIDA to apply for the projection first, then submit to ESD, or should we go to ESD?
Okay, for the projection, I think you can go that it doesn't matter. You can come to MIDA as well as you can go direct.
Both ways.
Yeah.
Amanda, which way?
Which one you felt is easier for you?
Both also not easier. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Farhan.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the session. It was a wonderful session. I'm Dheeraj. I'm representing Biocon as a company. So we have been using ESD for quite some time, for the last 1 year on the, and it's wonderful. It's very easy to operate. So when we are doing that particular this year, so we applied for the projection, and we already have an approval from MIDA for all the numbers which we are projecting. But we did not get a response after the projection. It's almost about 3.5 weeks into the system. Would like to know, is there any particular reason that is the projection not getting approved?
Okay, I respond to your question. Okay, for now, in this moment, in this period of MCO, we have a little bit, we have a backlog, and then team in office try hard to resolve a problem before end of October. We try best we can.
Okay. Thanks a lot for that. Is there any email ID or anybody whom we can reach out if needs any clarification, or
Okay.
you need any other additional documentation from us?
Yeah.
We should be able to.
Just to elaborate to Puan Christine's statement, okay, as we are currently facing during MCO, lots of processing has been disturbed. Okay, so after a few months, then because the system, we don't stop the system. We still allow you to apply, though it is in MCO period, especially during March, between March until June. So immigration is currently having a bulk number of application. Please bear with immigration. Okay, they are clearing up and they stay back. Okay, and they are actually working on Sundays, on weekends. So please bear with them. We are try as much as possible to assist immigration in clearing up all the backlogs. Okay, any contact number you can refer to the guidebook. Okay, or you can email to inspectorate.esd@imi.gov.my. It's actually stated in the guidebook.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay, Puan, how about we go to the questions that our viewers posted in Slido. So one question here, if projection is 10, but in future we need more than 10, can we request for another projection within the same year?
Need more than. Okay, so this, okay, when you apply, let's say it's approved for 10, but the next day you apply for another 10, normally the decision will be rejected. Why? Because it will say the system will notify to utilize that number. When it comes to like 2 or 3 balance in your bin, then you can start to reapply, request new number, because we do not want to piling up the number, keep on adding on, but you have not utilized the number. The actual sometimes, when based on the track, when we created this projection, the past 3 years, some companies, they apply like 1,000 because they need these people for one project, for example. But actually they just utilize 100. So what happened to the 900? Back to zero on the next year. And then they apply again 1,000. But committee will look and assess because it will be tied back with your project. If it is not make a common sense for them to approve 1,000 number, then it will be rejected and say, please, maybe they will approve 5, you know. But if you apply 10 and then you want to add on before utilizing this 10 number, normally decision will be saying that please utilize the number first. And the easiest part is actually in your current situation, which is you are under the purview of MIDA. We will refer back to MIDA's letter. We will follow whatever the number that has been approved by MIDA. Okay? Oh,
So
it's from Slido. You cannot say okay.
yeah, but the next question might be not from Slido. This is from checkbox during webinar. So the question is, sole director is overseas. Not in Slido, is in the checkbox when we do the webinar session. Okay. So the question is, sole director is overseas. Can another employee sign the LOU letter in Putrajaya?
All right, if the director, this is for company, right? Which is registered under SSM. For company who are having a problem because the director is not in Malaysia due to the current situation MCO, so they can't come back, they can use power of attorney. Okay, power of attorney is to authorize the person to be actually represent on behalf of the company and dealing with immigration, right? To know more about power of attorney, you can email to Inspectorate email ID that I just mentioned. Okay, they will guide you what are the steps. Thank you.
So maybe on the floor, do you have another? Yes.
Hi, good morning. My name is Dila from a consulting company. So I have a question about the, okay, our company is helping for RERO company registration. So I would like to ask about the rollout. Okay, so just now you said for the rollout, the LOU signing purposes, MIDA officer will go on behalf of the company for the LOU signing. So who will company knows who officer MIDA officer will go to the ESD Putrajaya and how to make appointment? Is it a MIDA officer make appointment or the company?
Okay, the first thing is do not put aside MIDA in your processing. During that registration process, you need MIDA. Okay, you need MIDA to assist you. So please communicate because the notification will be sent to you as a contact person, not MIDA. They won't know because they don't have the login ID or password. So what you can do, when you receive the notification that your company has been successfully approved and please book the appointment, please communicate to MIDA and get their advice on the date and time. They will decide on that. Okay.
Okay, so the appointment, actually we will do the appointment on behalf of the company.
You need to discuss with MIDA
Communicate with
first.
MIDA,
Upon
okay.
their confirmation, then you can start to select the visit date. So the officer from MIDA will assist you on that.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much.
Any comment from MIDA? Okay.
Okay, can I add something? This is regarding the RERO application. We took note that this is also a very new procedure that the company need to adhere, of course during the MCO as well. So when Puan Sabiha mentioned that for the RERO company, you need to go together with MIDA to ESD Putrajaya. We have a few concerns here also, Puan, whereby we will not get the notification whether you have been approved by the system. So maybe after this, we're going to have an internal discussion whether will there be a notification from the ESD online to MIDA saying that this company has been approved. So we will know how many companies approved via online, for example. And talking about going to Putrajaya, we noticed that ESD have a client charter. Our concern is actually how long the company have to wait. For example, we need to get for maybe this week we have 3 approval for RERO. So MIDA have to go for these 3 companies, you know. So it's either our officer need to go every day or we can pull the application, the approval to like 5 companies and then we go one time. So it will, the clock is ticking, right? So it will actually not according to the client charter. So maybe one of the solutions, this is just my humble suggestion, instead of going to Putrajaya, why not we utilize the 17th floor of MIDA Immigration? I know that actually we have been informed that it's actually different department, it's actually Inspectorate, it's not the MIDA 17th floor. So maybe if Puan Christine or maybe Yang Mulia can bring this forward, utilize the 17th floor of MIDA so that when we can have every day pun tak apa for the company to come and get MIDA to assist them during the interim period. And then secondly, we doesn't know how long is this interim period. Right. It might be 2 months, it may be like 6 months. And we also have to allocate our resources, you know, to accompany this RERO company.
Okay, so of course we cannot decide now, okay, in terms of where to sign location. Of course, this one will take it, offline between us and also immigration together with MIDA. The first reason is because everything is centralized, because Inspectorate Unit is only available at ESD Putrajaya. That is the easiest actually solution for us. Creating another team to be in MIDA will be immigration's internal process. Let us to discuss. In terms of decision, I believe that Puan Christine and also Puan Tengku will bring this up to their director and also to the higher top management to decide on that matter. But for the interim period, let us to, because we do not want to delay anything, right? Let us to proceed first. From time to time, MIDA will keep you with the latest update if there is a change. Okay? Thank you.
How about we go back to Slido? Okay, next questions. Will all EP approvals for companies with a MIDA manufacturing license require the MIDA key term post-approval letter? So what the company is trying to say is actually, let's say they want to apply straight to ESD, whether it still require MIDA's approval letter or they have options to straight go to ESD without MIDA's approval letter.
Okay, to answer this question is very clear. I have repeated this quite a few times actually, numbers of the condition for you to apply in order for us to verify and endorse you as a company that is under the purview of MIDA is the letter, which is issued by MIDA. Without that letter, even though that letter has been issued in 2015, for example, each application must have MIDA's letter. Okay, thank you.
Another questions. This is from webinar, not from Slido. Yeah, this is from webinar. So for the key post approval, can another candidate fill up a key post which was approved earlier? Because as you understand, key post, we don't restrict any numbers of years for the people.
Sorry, if I got the question correctly, in fact, the person is a key post holder, which I believe the person went home and they want to replace with somebody else.
Somebody else, or to do renewal for the employment pass for key post approval that has been utilized.
And there shouldn't be any problem. I think for the position of the body, they still can go to the ESD because MIDA no longer process the application for the body now.
Thank you. Now, any questions from members on the floor? Yes, sure.
Hi, my name is Sharifah. I'm from consulting company, Vantage ABT's number height. I would like to ask Puan Sabiha, sorry. Okay, regarding what about if the company already registered with the ESD, okay, but before this, we don't include the approving agency in the system. Okay, now they have approval from MIDA for the position. How we want to add the
You want to update?
Yes.
Okay, that one will be under the purview of Puan Kis, okay, Inspectorate Unit. You just email to them and attach the documents that required, and then they will advise you further what to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay. No, because you can't edit the information. You can't upload anymore. Once you click submit, it's too late for you.
Yeah.
It's hours. Okay, just joking.
Okay, so,
All right, so just email, okay, and immigration will definitely assist you on the process. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon, and thank you for the sharing. I'm Serene from IKEA Supply Malaysia. We seek support from MIDA all the way. So we have never used ESD before, and we're in the midst of applying and register for the account. And we have few situations right now. If we have two aspects who is coming to join us, and we got the position approved, but we haven't get the ESD registration done. What can we do right now? Can we apply for something like special pass or?
Where are they now?
Some are in overseas, some are in Malaysia already.
Okay, so we take it this as a very focused scenario. Okay, we take it this separately.
Okay.
Later, yeah. After
and then,
the Q&A.
Okay, I have another question. I never seen approval from ESD. So is it any code generated from the ESD once the EP is approved?
The approval letter is on immigration's letterhead. You will see expatriate service, Immigration Department of Malaysia with the immigration logo. There will be a name of person to say, first the company name, of course, because we only liaise with the company. We are not liaising with the individuals, the applicant himself. If they come and try to call and check his status without the knowing of the company, we will not entertain. Okay.
So the code, is it the reference number?
Yeah, it will be a reference number. Once you submit the application, the file number is already created.
Okay, so is it the same? Is it carrying the same meaning as the approval letter generated by Immigration MIDA before September?
Yeah, because the past approval is actually given by immigration. So whatever the reference number will.
Yes, because I have another case here. My colleague in Italy, he got the approval from my entry, but the Malaysian embassy in Rome doesn't accept the approval letter for calling visa generated by MIDA immigrations. So we do not know what to do right now.
Is it for Fabrizio, if I'm not mistaken?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, for other people.
Perhaps it's a separate case.
I think we'll deal with it separately.
Yeah,
because
we
I
need
think
to
it's a
take it this
case-to-case
separately because we need to check from the system so that we will have a full picture on the situation, right?
Okay.
Okay, thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we go back to Slido. Sorry about the inconvenience here. Okay, so the first questions that I would like to ask is the position title in ESD have limitation of 40 characters and special character, but MIDA approval letter position is longer than 40 characters and also includes special characters as a etc. like brackets and etc. So what should the company do?
Okay, for your information, the pool of position is approved based on immigration system. Okay, so ESD, okay, for example, I give you the scenario. There are scenarios where you couldn't find the position in the system. There's a field for you to click, select, and create the new position. That is one. Then when you click submit, 5 working days, the decision, let's say we see the position is too long, more than 43 characters. Then we will inform and advise via system. You will receive a notification to suggest. There will be a suggestion of position for you to write. As long as the meaning or also whatever the approved position given by MIDA, as long as it's similar. Sometimes you put as software engineer, but the understanding for you is technical engineer, for example. But the meaning is still the same. When you create the position, there will be a justification and also for you to attach the job description. So from the pool at this moment, I think immigration has more than 100 positions created in there. Sometimes it's just a redundant position. The meaning is the same, it's just the name of the position. Okay, so that one will be guided by the system. You receive a notification if you couldn't find any position in the pool. Right? Okay, thank you.
Now we go to the next question from Saido as well. So if EP extension was rejected, what is the method for submit appeal? Maximum how many times can we extend the expatriate's special pass until appeal result is out?
Okay, I'll answer to that. My name is Kat Ming. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. All right. If an EP application has been rejected, what is the method for submit appeal? Company representative may write in an email to our help desk helpdesk@myexpress.com.my, and we will assist and guide companies on how the appeal method can be submitted through the through My Express Center. There is also a checklist in the online system, ESD online system, where company may view the documents required for appeal documents to be submitted to us. There is company may submit an appeal once. Should the appeal been rejected, company may submit another appeal, but that will be through KDN. We will be able to guide company through the help desk email, and we will explain to you in more details. So Just take note, help desk email is helpdesk@myexpress.com.my. It is also available in the ESD online system. The other question I wish to respond is, where there is a backlog internally which caused a delay, will the employer have to bear the penalty? Just this question, which is quite interesting. Obviously, we do not wish employer to bear any penalty when there is a backlog. On behalf of immigration and also MyExpress, we of course apologize if there's any backlog. However, it doesn't stop company to send us an email directly to our help desk or to me personally. Some of you may have my email address, and we'll try to assist case-to-case basis where there are urgent cases, urgent renewal that needs to be submitted, and we will assist accordingly, where MyExpress will communicate with immigration directly on certain projection that needs to be approved urgently based on the SOP and policy set by immigration. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. So we have questions from our Facebook here. So the question is, currently we are facing problem due to our ESD account has been freeze by ESD till February 2021 due to technical issue approval from MIDA last year. How we want to unfreeze the ESD account? Thank you.
Okay, for that question, any company that has been actually, it's not freeze, actually the account is suspended. Okay, please email to inspectorate.esd.imi.gov.my. Okay, and if you, okay, let's say because they are receiving quite numbers of email, you can also CC to helpdesk@myaspects.com.my, where we can try to assist or maybe communicate among us, internally. Yeah.
MIDA as well, just in case if it's for MIDA's company.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to add on, there are reasons why company accounts are being suspended, which the organization, the government stakeholders are unable to share or reveal to the public, be it the company representative or the director of the company. So do allow the government stakeholders, immigration or KDN or even MyExpress, or even MIDA, to have further investigation or review of each and every account that has been suspended, and company will be notified and updated from time to time or accordingly. Yeah, thank you.
So do we have any questions on the floor? Yes. Oh, sorry.
Hi, I'm Jessica from Korean Business Center. For my case is that we already received approval of EP extension from MIDA, but my expatriate EP had expired in September. So the process of us applying for ESD is taking some time. What would you advise?
Have you referred to immigration unit in MIDA to apply for special pass to extend the duration?
They recommend us to go back to ESD.
Okay, fine. All right. So, okay, Puan Tengku will answer this.
Okay, about this question, when you're pending for complete your application for registration company, you must for employment pass expired. So you go to Immigration MIDA to get the special pass pending for your approval.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Next.
My name is Tanim Ki. I'm from a consulting company. I have two questions. One is related to RERO. We have a few RERO company which is already established in Malaysia. Their RERO license is expiring in February next year. So probably we'll start doing the extension end of the year. So in these situations, the ESD registration, we should do it now, or we should do it after the extensions granted for next year? That's one question.
Okay, because the implementation of having the application in ESD online has started since 1st September. You can do it now. Okay, do it now and then let your company to be registered first. February is next year. So we are still in 2020. So get your application to be in ESD, right? Get it registered and approved and complete that process first. Then about the extension, I will leave it to the company to liaise directly with MIDA on the extension period.
So the projections of the headcounts will be follow exactly
The
what
same,
we have
yeah,
now.
the current year, yeah, what
So
you are having now.
If they intend to have additional, should I put it, the additional headcounts in there as well? Okay. Now, second question is, I have a MIDA manufacturing company. They have few positions, which all the positions have been utilized. They actually tried to, there is 2 key posts in the company, all right? They have tried to register ESD, but the application was rejected twice.
You mean the registration or the expatriate application?
Registration. Yeah, because first they want to apply for additional position, but it was rejected. And they applied for PVP, and it's also been rejected. So the company registration had been rejected twice. As far as what we know is we have to wait for 1 year before
the cooling period.
Yes, cooling period. But now they have 2 key posts with expiring end of this year. So how are you going to do about that?
When was the rejection?
It was just last month.
Last month. Okay. We need the details of the company and see, you know, on the details because there might be because there's no letter from MIDA attached in there. So let us to check first in detail. Okay, our team is here. They will check from the system and see what are missing and why is the actual reason of rejection. All right. So this will be taken separately.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Just to add on, any cases that are very specific, we will not be able to address it at this platform. The specific cases, you need to get into the system, check the details of each specific application and only advise you accordingly. So again, we hope that the questions asked during this platform will be based on the RERO questions. Thank you.
One more question about the RERO just now. In the presentation just now when we said the endorser have to be from the parents company.
Yes, correct.
Now since the RERO already established in Malaysia, they already have 3 representatives here. Can one of the 3 representatives be the endorser?
You can nominate them if they are in the country. The situation that I just shared with you is the people who are not in Malaysia. Only one person in Malaysia, but you know, everyone is abroad. Okay, for your case, okay to nominate people that is already established. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Joe from a consulting company. So basically we have this RERO is already approved for a few key posts basically. But the issue is that one of the two of the key posts currently they are still overseas to come in. They have actually managed to employ one person who is currently here. He's under employment, I think under PVP under another company. So what happened is that his pass is expiring, I think, early November. We are going to apply in the ESD right now, but we're just afraid is the timing wise, because when the client came to us, when they engaged us, we work out the whole plan, we budget out the timing and everything like that. So by the time this current person who is currently in Malaysia right now, having a PVP, sebelum before his pass expired in November, we should be able to get him disposed under this RERO. But sekarang with all these changes, would it still be in time? Let's say assuming his pass is expiring sometime in November, because the RERO just approved last week, so we haven't get the letter yet. So yeah, so we are now only going towards for ESD and whatnot and etc.
Okay, just to recap, means before this he is not before. Currently he is holding a PVP.
Yes, correct.
But now you are converting his pass.
No, he actually he's resigning. He's serving notice under that company, so he's joining this RERO.
Employment pass.
Yeah, yes, that's right. Expatriate post, expatriate post. Yeah.
Okay, expatriate post could be professional visit pass or employment pass.
Employment
So
pass.
as
in this
long
case.
as he is hired in Malaysia,
Yeah, he's hired.
earning salary,
Yes, correct.
okay, based on the criteria,
Yeah.
then he will be eligible to apply for employment pass.
Yeah.
But okay, you have the identified person, right? He is currently holding
Yes,
PVP.
correct,
Right. We need the details of this person.
All right.
Okay, we take it this separately.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. How about we go for one question from Facebook as well? The question is, how to change the company information as previously we put consultant name as contact person? It is not here, it's from Facebook. So the question again, how to change the company information as previously we put consultant name as contact person. So they want to change the contact person's name.
Okay, they can update LOU, particular in letter of undertaking, and can email to inspectorate to change submission officer.
Thank you. So do we have any questions from here? Okay, yes.
Yeah, just one suggestion regarding manufacturing company, because a lot of companies are actually applying with MIDA and they got a quota, what you call, okay? Then currently the switch is started in 1st of September, which is too sudden. My proposal is whether it is possible to let MIDA finish handling all these unutilized balance before the switch, just like that. Thank you.
I think it's very hard for us to backtrack because the announcement has been made. So that we have to set the scope of that.
How about we go back to Slido? So there's a question. How about application for dependent pass? Do they go under ESD as well? The answer is yes. So next question, maybe we can choose one here.
Dia dah baca soalan. Dia soalan yang mana satu?
Okay. There's this one question which is not, which is previously here but no longer here. I would just ask you directly. So it is about RERO. So RERO requires PVP to enter Malaysia for 6 months to manage a project. Please advise whether we need to go through MIDA or ESD. So the questions might go to MIDA or both or ESD.
I think the question is same, just like the gentleman asked just now. The person is currently holding a PVP, or maybe he's working in some other company with another pass, which is about to expire. And this company is asking for that particular person to work as an expatriate EP in the RERO company. So he has a very limited time. So now where to go, MIDA or ESD? If I understand the question.
As what the gentleman was saying just now. But the RERO is mainly for the market study. So we just couldn't understand what is this PVP coming for. That is the question. Because normally PVP coming for example, machinery installation for maintenance. But this is RERO company is supposed to come here to Malaysia to undertake certain studies whether to invest or not. So we just couldn't understand what is the purpose of this PVP coming into the country. Okay, next question.
So for the next question, which channel for us to appeal on our application for special issue, for example, PVP extension during construction period? So they want to get extension for PVP.
Okay, for PVP application, if they have utilized the 12 months duration, they can just go into ESD system if they are already registered, apply. The committee from expatriate committee meeting will put on hold and will get clearance from the Director General of Immigration. So there will be a decision made by Director General of Immigration himself. Okay, in order to extend, because professional visit pass, the maximum is only 12 months. And you are not supposed to have PVP more than 12 months in the country. You are supposed to work in a company based in Malaysia. So if their justification is more towards to, or because the project has not completed within the specific time, then they need an extension. They can still proceed. The system will not stop you from apply more than 12 months PVP, but it has to go directly to Director General of Immigration for his approval to extend more than 12 months for PVP.
Thank you. So this is one more question which is not here. Hi, what about us who already have account with ESD? Do we have to apply again for application via MIDA? So I believe this question is telling that the company is a
It's
manufacturing
only
company.
one-time registration. If you are already a registered user, you do not have to go through the stage 1 or stage 2. Okay, you just need to apply for expatriate application as long as you have the MIDA's approval.
Okay, so this question, maybe I can try elaborate some more about this person's intention to us. Okay, this company is already registered with ESD, but is also under MIDA's purview. So they already have positions from MIDA and also from ESD earlier. So do they have to, that's what they're trying to say, do they have to apply
Update?
again? Huh?
No need. When they apply the expatriate post, okay, leave it because they can't do anything with the number that has been approved in ESD system. Okay, so when they apply a new application, for example, in ESD system, they can just attach the letter. We will, tie back with the approval that been given to MIDA. This is actually the monitoring and also control mechanism that we want to see. Because what we are facing, I have not mentioned about the issues that we are currently facing because we are not talking to each other. One company, like one gentleman earlier mentioning that he is doing a business in ICT, he's doing business in manufacturing. But the system is not talking to each other within our approving agencies. So there is the problem comes. The one application submitted to ESD, it got rejected. Oh, it's okay. I have MIDA incentive, so I will apply to MIDA. It gets approved. Let's say rejected by MIDA. Oh, it's okay. I will apply through MDAC. Okay, so he will try his luck to go everywhere until decision is approved. So this is the thing that we would like to control. So when we have a single platform, including for your information, MDAC has been actually integrated with us since last 2 years with ESD, where the checking will be done from their side and from our side. So let's say Mr. A is applying through ESD and decision is rejected. They try their luck to MDAC. MDAC will just search for the passport number and the name. There's a feature there for them to key in. There will be a pop-up to say that he has applied through which platform. So this is the thing that we want to monitor and have the same understanding within our approving agencies and also regulatory agencies. Same goes to IRDA, Iskandar region, because they couldn't check from the system. So now everything is under a single platform where we can share our information among us. That is from our side, right? Just to elaborate a bit long, but
no problem. Thank you. So maybe I can have one more question from the floor. This might be the last questions.
Hi, my name is Renisha. I'm coming from Luther Corporate Services. I have a question for RERO registration. So I understand that now we have to register under ESD, and previously they didn't have the option of the RERO in the ESD portal, right? So now, that time we were advised to register as a firm. So we've registered as a firm and the application is in processing and it just got written yesterday. So can we register again in RERO or do we continue with the firm?
Okay, we will update the status USRERO. Okay, that one will be on the technical part.
Okay.
All right, we will discuss with the immigration how we can, transfer your information to become as RERO registered company. Okay.
So how do I inform? Like, do I send an email?
Okay,
or-
please share your details later after this session, and then we can have a look to your application. Later.
Okay, and then I just have another question. This is regarding the ESD registration also. Since it's already approved by MIDA, how long do you estimate the processing time for the registration for RERO?
Okay, the standard client charter for registration company is 14 working days.
14 working days.
Right? And for expatriates application through ESD is 5 working days.
Okay, so once it's already approved, meaning the employment pass, we go to MIDA immigration? Or?
You can go to anywhere, immigration MIDA, you can go to ESD Putrajaya, and you can state immigration and my specs as well. Can, yeah, because the data will be actually the same. Okay. Talking about the application, okay, when you have received the notification of approval on the expatriates, okay, and they are already in Malaysia, okay, passing all the processes, my entry, permission letter and all, so the body is here. So like I mentioned just now, do not go to STO. Go to the same homepage, click My Help. Okay, the difference of STO and My Help is number one, we will review your document first before you come to us. Okay, us to us. All right. So if the application is incomplete, the method will be the same like how we return incomplete application during your expatriate application or registration process. For you to fulfill everything, so you don't have to waste your time in front of immigration counter or our counter or MIDA's counter, knowing what is your issue, and you will get rejection during your visit. Okay, so we will process and filter. Doesn't mean that when you choose the selection of date, you want it tomorrow. Doesn't mean that you will get that date. That is the difference between STO and My Help, because we want to filter everything first to make sure you are coming to us with a clean application. So you do not have to waste time when you submit your application. Okay, in ESD and my aspects, how do we do? When they submit the passport, original passport, make the payment in there, less than 10 passport you will get within that 1 hour. Okay, for any passport, because some consultants, they will have a few applications, quite a number. So more than 10 passport will be completed within 3 working days. Okay, so try to go when you have the login ID and password, try to experience the My Help feature. Okay,
got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to all the members on the floor and as well as our viewers online. So I believe we have to end the session for today. For the next question, maybe you can ask the questions directly through email or call to the My Aspect team and also immigration. With that, I would like to thank everyone here, especially our panelists in front here, for your time and dedication to answer all the questions asked. Thank you so much. Round of please come on. So ladies and gentlemen, before we end the session, actually I would like to invite our Deputy CEO to MIDA, Encik Ahmad Khairuddin Abdul Rahim, to present token of appreciation to our speakers today. So first, I would like to invite Puan Sabiha Ahmad from My Expats Talent Corp on stage to receive the token of appreciation from MIDA. Thank you. Thank you. Now I would like to invite our representative from Immigration Department of Malaysia, Puan Teguh Suraya, to get the token of appreciation. Thank you everyone. Thank you Encik Ahmad Khairuddin. So before we end our session, there's a few announcements here. We provide you lunch at the banquet room. It is already packed. You can get your lunch there. And for those who driving here, you can do the validation of your parking ticket at our lobby before you go to the parking lots. So with that, I would like to thank everyone here and also those who watch us over online for your attention and time for today. Thank you so much again and have a good day. Thank you.